this video, we're going to be talking about how to adjust the caster angle on your wheelchair. And the first thing that we need to talk about is why you would want to adjust your caster angle, or maybe why you would need to. And this one isn't really one that you may want to just adjust, because you want your casters to always be squared to the ground. So some reasons you may need to adjust it is if you've hit something, if you've hit a curb or a rock and it's bent your caster back and you need to re-square it to the ground, or if you've adjusted something else on your chair. So if you've adjusted your rear seat height or your center of gravity or your dump angle, anything like that, that could make it so your casters aren't square anymore, which can affect how your wheelchair rolls and make it not roll straight. So those are all reasons that you may need to adjust your caster angle. And the next thing we need to talk about is the tools that we'll need to adjust our caster angle. So the tools we'll need to adjust our casters is a 3/4 inch wrench, a 6mm Allen key, and a square or a straight edge of some sort. I'm gonna be using a speed square, but you don't need one of these. You can use something like a book or anything like that as well. That just has a nice hard right 90-degree angle. And when you're adjusting your caster angle, it won't really affect any other measurements on your chair, because most of the time adjusting your caster angle is done in response to adjusting something else and needing to re-square your casters to the ground. So let's jump into the how-to of how to adjust your caster angle. Okay, so when it comes to adjusting our caster angle, the main thing and the first step is going to be this bolt right here, which we're going to be loosening with our 3/4 inch wrench. So put the wrench around it and then loosen it. And this bolt doesn't have to come all the way out, just loosen it enough so your spacers aren't touching your caster wing anymore, and enough that you'll be able to move it around. And then the next step will depend on your chair. If your chair has our updated caster design, we'll have this 6mm bolt that we use our 6mm Allen key to loosen. If your chair doesn't have this updated caster design and you're interested in getting in, just reach out to us and we can help you get in. So this one has the updated caster design, so we're going to loosen this bolt with our 6mm Allen key. And this bolt also doesn't need to come all the way out, just loosen it a little bit, just so it loosens our caster up and we're able to move it. Okay, now that we have this bolt loosened and our bolt loosened on the back, we're ready to square our caster. So we're gonna use our straight edge, our 90-degree angle. Again, anything that has a nice hard 90-degree angle can be used for this. And what you're gonna do is have your 90-degree angle be in parallel with your chair, and your caster is gonna be perpendicular to your chair. And you're gonna square your caster on this flat side of the caster right here. So take your square edge and you'll just slide it right up next to your caster and make sure it's touching on this flat edge completely. If it's touching completely, that means your caster will be squared to the ground. So you may need to move your caster, swing it, kind of get the angle right, and just butt it up right against there. And once it's right up there, we'll be ready to tighten this bolt back up, again with our 3/4 inch wrench. So our caster is squared, and we will just grab our wrench and tighten this bolt back up. And I usually like to hold my square against my caster as I tighten this bolt, just to make sure it doesn't move as I'm tightening it. Just like that, we're all tightened up, so we'll just tighten this bolt on the back and our caster will be all squared. Okay, and just like that, we got the bolts all tightened back up and our caster's all squared to the ground. So if you need to do your other caster, repeat the same process again. Just loosen those two bolts, square your caster with your square edge, and then tighten it all back up and you'll be good to go. So just like that, that's the how-to on how to adjust your caster angle.